Ohio minna. Guess what? One Punch Man anime is back with season 3 at fucking last. I can't believe it has been 5 years already. Time flies fast, and perhaps we didn't feel it because of Murata's majestic manga keeping us patient. They announced the 3rd season 2 years ago in August, and ever since we've been in the shadows. We didn't get to know anything at all, not even the name of the studio, which led to the countless rumors regarding Mappa or Bones taking over the show. Truthfully, thankfully, that didn't happen, cause God only knows what would happen if they had yet another show for them to take care of. And out of all mangas or acts to adapt, it's the Monster Association arc, with its otherworldly panels that I can't even imagine them animated or put in live in any way other than CGI. I mean, after the mess of the last season, it's natural for us fans to lower our standards and expectations and be worried about what's to come. I mean, it's hard for me to believe that the working staff of season 2 could lift such a heavy burden, especially after GC staff and director Chikara Sakurai couldn't handle the production of the highly anticipated at the time season 2 of the show, producing to us a season full of flaws, from cringe scenes to flat screens with only characters' lips moving and doing as little of an animation as humanly possible, and natural character designs and fitting sound design, cheap visual effects and gradient color and extra shiny metals and unnatural character movement, and believe me, I could keep on yapping for minutes. The list goes on. So, how can I not be worried? After all, the decisions regarding these big shows are only being looked at from a business selling standpoint, which is why GC staff and the director Chikara Sakurai took over in the first place. Since Shingo, the brilliant director of season 1, was busy with another project and the popularity of the show was at its peak, they couldn't wait any longer. So, and I am holding the content in my tongue, I would say that the new director Sakurai at best was an average director with no creativity or experience with action-packed shows. GC staff's producers set the tight time frame of only 6 months for the production of the show, and Sakurai set his poorly studied and executed plan, resulting in the big disappointment that is of the 2nd season. And 6 months is too short for any anime to be produced, and it's safe to say that both the studio and the director had done a poor job. Some people say, oh, you can't blame Sakurai, he's only got 6 months. That may be the case, but if you look at the official teaser of the 2nd season, you could pretty much tell that they didn't use the best scenes to hype up the season. They used these flat scenes and filled the trailer with unnecessary black screens, while there are some average good scenes that could have been used, which defeats the entire purpose of the teaser itself, meaning that the director was not creative enough or smart enough to even build up the excitement for the disaster that of a season. And before you say, oh, it's not that bad, look at Tank Top Master vs Garou or the last episode. Shut the fuck up, okay? I mean, look at this. What the fuck is that? Yo, they can't even animate proper movement like Saitama jumping off a fucking building, man. They failed this task miserably. Despite the fact that most of the working staff in charge of screenwriting, music and character design not changing since season 1. Madhouse compared to GC staff not only did a good job, but has handled its job perfectly, thanks to the creative plan and execution by the brilliant director Shingo Natsumi, as he knew exactly how to use the budget available to him and squeeze it to produce the best possible animation. This proves that the most crucial rule for a production is the director. Failure in getting good results may be affected by the budget or the duration of the production, but when the right man handles a job, he can definitely get you better results, regardless of the situation. Which leads us to the main question: who is in charge of production? When the 3rd season of One Punch Man was first announced, the name of the studio was not mentioned, being hidden from the fans for unstated reasons, which could be to avoid backlash and keep up the hype to its return, since it was a despised GC staff once again. They did the same move with the name of the director, which was not mentioned yet either, which might imply that they hired Sakurai once again and avoided the backlash by not mentioning his name. If that's not bad enough, we know that Yusuke Murata, the artist behind the beautiful artwork of One Punch Man manga, is not involved this time to assist in the production production for unstated reasons, again making matters worse. Since him not being involved might imply that the animating team working on the project didn't change, therefore there is no need for him to assist them in their work. Or, if you wanna be optimistic, it could be that he is busy with his original work and has no room for anything extra. Speaking of Murata, there is an uplifting tweet from him dating back to 2021 stating, "Shingo Natsumi is the most creative director that has worked on One Punch Man." Which would be odd to say if the director hasn't changed at all. The timing of the tweet and him bringing it up at all would be weird if they weren't considering bringing him back. Any artist would love nothing but bring his art to life in its best form. What further supports this is the unexplained delay of Season 3's official trailer despite the season itself being announced all the way back in August 2022. The reason might be to match up with Mr. Shingo's schedule, who was busy at the time working on an anime called Tatami Time Machine Blue, which he finished working on around October 23, suggesting that he might have picked up One Punch Man again as his new project. But this is just my theory. After all, if they did bring back Shingo, why not mention his name and get all the fans hyped up? It's the best case scenario, but it's highly unlikely. Even if Sakurai or another director is appointed, the fact that no release date is given to us suggests that GC staff are going to be taking their time with the production and not rush things out again. Since they already failed before, their reputation was lowered to the ground, and this new season is their chance to redeem themselves. There is also a very good chance that they looked back on their mistakes, at least fixing the sound design another issue, which can be seen already in the change in Garou's character design. That appears more natural in comparison. This would be only verified when the second trailer comes out, or the promised character design that we would be getting every now and then. For the time being, we can only sit, pray and hope that they wouldn't shit on us again and give us fans what we deserve after half of a decade of waiting. Leave a like if you think Fubuki is the best waifu in existence, and subscribe if you believe that Tatsumaki should not wear any panties. See ya.